Hello, and welcome to Dice Friends. We are doing episode 3 of Dragon's Orders. We are using the 5th edition of the Dungeons & Dragons rule set from Wizards of the Coast. I'm Dale Friesen. I'm the Dungeon Master this evening, and we have 4 players. Kathleen?
Hi, I'm Mora, a.k.a. Susan right now, because I'm in disguise.
It's a real convincing disguise.
It's very good.
It consists of you saying that your name is Susan.
People have complimented me on how good I look all night. It's clearly an excellent disguise.
I am playing Dande, the Tabaxi monk. My name is Paul, by the way.
I'm Beej. I am playing Bonton, an albino hill dwarf native to the Isles of Chult.
I missed that.
Yeah, I'm glad you reminded me.
And I'm Graham, and I am Snack, a Batiri, who isn't necessarily wearing the skull mask all the time.
Oh no, that's only for fighting.
That
You don't just wear the skull when you're walking around town.
No, not maybe in Chult, but I feel like I've not necessarily been going full skull since we got off the boat in Baldur's Gate.
When you realize that, like, nobody else wears skulls regularly like they do back home,
Yeah,
it's a bit of a fashion faux pas to wear someone's face on your face.
But some people wear hats, so maybe you've just got to
yeah,
up
exactly.
like a hat.
Maybe we're working on a more. I say we. Featherweight is working on a more Firuni take on it to sort of bring Snack in line with the other 3.
All right.
The delay is mine because I didn't ask for anything specific. I was just like, I can't think of anything. So he said, well, then you don't get anything. And I was like, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
So you guys are in the Toxic Ember.
Yes.
You have walked a great length all the way from the south ward of Waterdeep to the north ward. You're sitting here. You briefly saw tonight's featured entertainment, Mora Nihar, and then he went off stage, and you're sitting at your table. It's been a couple minutes since he left. The MC, she did some announcing last time. She handed him a note. She's out and she's looking kind of awkward, and she's like, just stay there, have another beer, folks. Someone will be here soon. I think maybe Mora Nihar is having some medical issues, but we'll make sure you're entertained tonight one way or another.
Frankly, not very funny so far. Very disappointing.
So she goes off the stage, and there's some murmuring, and then another Mora gets up, and actually he's the one who lent you a tail.
Oh, I like that Mora.
And so he gets up. He's a half orc. He says, "Homeroom teacher, take attendance." And the audience just goes crazy. And he says, "And you guys all stupid." And everybody laughs and laughs because they've all heard all of these jokes.
Right.
And he's reminding them of the jokes.
People like things they remember. Okay.
So is this everyone just comes every night and hears the same jokes over and over again?
Same bit.
Well, he doesn't do all of the same bits every night, but this bit is a classic.
Right. I mean, like, the rich tapestry of my life only has so many threads one can weave into a story. Right? But
Where's the door to backstage?
yeah, like, we can get into the green room, and I am very interested to see if Mora Nihar's medical issues include facial contusions, because they might.
So you saw where people went off stage from the stage.
We are VIPs.
Yeah.
We can go backstage. Let's just go backstage.
Okay.
But surely we don't go backstage by going up onto the stage and then off the side, right?
Who's going
I
to
don't-
stop me? I'm wearing a super convincing Mora Nihar costume.
So is half the audience.
It's not that convincing, actually. The tail is pretty bad.
I mean, I can fix that.
Hey, that my second best tail.
The tail's excellent.
Guys, the tail you have, very nice.
Thank you.
Do you want to?
Dundee swishing his.
Do you want to entertain
enormous
them
tail.
while we go backstage?
I mean, that's not a bad idea.
That's a bad idea.
No, that's an excellent idea.
I'm sorry I said anything.
Graham, are
Perfect.
you splitting the party on me?
I didn't know. I didn't mean to.
I mean, I could like make a quick distraction while you guys get backstage, and then I can go backstage.
But you were right. You guys can go up to the bar and say, we're VIPs. May we please go in the green room? I mean, I'm not saying no to your idea. I'm saying yes to the idea you already said previously.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I'm going to go to the bar.
Darn.
I'm not stopping you from going on the stage.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna remember all the like crap I made up earlier. So like I might be.
You can make up new crap. I've got a keyboard.
Okay, perfect. All right. So you guys can. So all right. Do you guys want to go to the bar, or do you want to make a diversion?
I think we should just get backstage and try to.
If we don't need
track
if
down.
we could just go there,
Yeah,
why do
the
we?
orc friend has already made it. He's already
Yeah, I
amusing
guess
people.
we're like there's already a
That's
diversion.
literally
Yeah.
the opposite of
All
a
right,
diversion.
fine. Let's just go backstage.
Okay.
All right. So people recognize you as the VIPs, and you get backstage, and the MC is back there, and she says, "Oh, hello.
Hi, where's Nettleton?
Uh,
I went to school with Nettleton.
so
Nettleton's shtick is not as original as you may think. In fact, it is a mere photocopy of the Griel Mora, and my last name is not Nihar. That is my stepdad's last name. I just want to set that straight. Is it possible to get the posters changed?
welcome to the green room. We have some complimentary wine for you."
Ooh, thank you.
This room isn't green at all.
I know this is coming at you awfully fast, but we can vouch for her. She's the real Mora.
She just needs. Who cares?
Yeah.
She just needed someone to vent at.
Yeah.
That happened to be you. You're obviously under a lot of stress tonight.
Can I, while they're doing this, can I look around and see if I can see Nettleton's dressing room door?
So, Nettleton lives in a room in the inn that's above the toxic ember.
Right.
So his dressing room is also his room.
Oh, perfect. Good.
So this woman is kind of looking at all of you, and she kind of takes a daisy out and starts twisting it nervously while all of you are looking at her.
Is
And
there like a back door, like stage door from this? Because we saw him go into this green room, right?
right, and he left from here. Yeah, there are other ways out of the green room.
yeah.
I'm just wondering, like, is there a door like to the alley out back that's
swinging in the breeze.
obviously been just recently used?
That none of the doors have just recently been used, but it's been like maybe 2 minutes
Right.
since he came back here.
Yeah, okay, like seriously, actually hold on one second. This is really bothering me, and I'm gonna hand my fake tail to the MC and bring out my real tail.
Thank you.
Yeah, can you get that back to the half-orc, actually? He lent it to me and it was very nice. He's the one out there telling jokes.
Yes,
wouldn't
it
wanna
was
steal the
Susan,
tail.
right?
No.
So she goes backstage and sets the prop on the props table.
Okay, excellent. What else is on the props table?
Well, there are a variety of papers with great big red F's on them, and
Oh my god, he's a prop comic.
Is there a watermelon he's gonna smash?
so I think, having asked me that question, it's now your job to answer it.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. So first of all, on the props table, there's a bunch of papers with big red F's on them. There is a puppet of Mrs. Giltleaf Thurplestein. So it's sort of like a mannequin thing, and you can like put your hand in and make it talk. And he does a very bad ventriloquist
like-
act, I would assume.
It's like an Avenue Q thing where he operates the mouth in one arm.
Yeah. Dale, do you remember the name of the girl that I invented that I didn't get along with very well in high school?
I don't. There were several of
Oh,
them.
there are so many. So I'm going to say there's also a puppet of Labidia.
Okay.
Labidia was one of my friends, and the Labidia puppet is there, and there's another puppet of...
Wow, a lot of puppets.
Yeah, apparently Nettleton's good at puppets now.
Okay.
There's a camo, like CAMMO.
Yeah.
And that's another one of my friends that he fools around with.
Nettleton actually sounds very skilled.
He's not a very good ventriloquist. Let's just say that.
Right.
No, it's
but
more in the
like,
I
pattern.
mean, I
Did
kind
he-
of want
did-
to.
did he
Now I
make
kind of
this?
want to see this act.
Yeah, did he make these puppets?
I mean, maybe. Yeah, sure, he made them. Some so like they look really good from a distance, but unlike the you can see there's a little bit of glue around the eyes and stuff like that. They're clearly handmade, but
It passed the 10-foot rule, though.
yeah, they're for
For the theater.
they're for the audience, not for the close-up. On the close-up, you can see the stitching's a bit wonky and stuff, but the costumes are actually very well crafted. And like this, and I go up and I appreciatively say that really does look like Mrs. Giltleaf Thurplestein. He's gotten her angry eyes and the nose.
Wait, that's in the prop table on stage?
No, it's
the
backstage.
wing?
In the wing.
Okay.
Okay, so
I appreciate that you're having such a meltdown with this, Mora, but perhaps we need to find Nettleton a little faster than...
And if you didn't have inspiration, you have inspiration. That was great.
Yeah, excellent.
is there a stairs up to the living area of the inn in backstage?
The MC will give you directions.
Yeah.
The MC's a human woman. She looks like normal Waterdeep. She's got kind of a jagged scar on one face that has sadly meant that she can't be on stage. She feels that, with a facial scar, she always has to be not in the spotlight. Yeah. But she loves the show.
That's nice.
Admirable. Yeah, can we just get directions?
Yeah. So
So to his room, which is upstairs.
Great.
Yeah.
I guess. Where is he?
Well, he went to his room. I think he's sick.
Great,
Okay.
let's go. Where's his room? I'll cheer him up. He's an old friend. He knows me well. He'll be so excited to see me.
I feel like I shouldn't tell you, but technically it's part of the VIP access. So,
Wow, what? Sorry.
direction.
Great, let's go.
This is not Snack saying this.
I'm gonna pick up
What
Snack.
awful VIP access. I cannot imagine. Be like, yeah, come backstage and meet me. Also, tell you where I live.
All right, let's go upstairs. Snack, you don't walk so fast because you're small. All right, let's go. Pick up Snack. Let's go. Up.
I just sort of like reflexively like write myself on your shoulders, and then I'm like, hey.
No time to waste. Upstairs we go. Nettleton.
How tall is this staircase?
Oh, not tall enough that you're gonna not hurt yourself.
Just like,
I would think, though, that if anybody has instincts for being elevated on someone else, then it's going to be a
no,
Batiri.
I got it, but it's just like, I wasn't expecting the involuntary stack on. I wasn't expecting to become stacked against my will.
All right, as I'm halfway up the stairs, I'm going to turn around and be like, Bonton, let's go.
Why?
Because I've got little legs, apparently.
I'm impatient.
The only time Mora's ever, well,
Except for like
dicking
a minute
around,
ago when
yeah.
you were just sticking around looking at stuff.
I was appreciating the work on the Mrs. Giltleaf Thurplestein puppet.
Okay.
Let's
go
The only
upstairs.
time Mora's ever been keen to move quickly.
All right. So
That's not
you
true.
I know.
find his room, and the door's locked.
Can I kick in the door?
Wow.
You can try.
Perfect. I'll make you a strength check. I'm not very strong. Quick, can I use Snack? Can I bang Snack into the door? I'm also not very strong.
Snack will not let you do
You
that.
can try.
I'm gonna make you a strength check.
As the lower half of the Batiri stack, you are the one that makes strength checks.
Yes. Can I use my inspiration for this strength?
Sure.
Great.
Wow.
Oh, well, I would have done anyhow. Does a 19 kick in the door?
Yes.
Perfect. Wham!
So,
Nettleton!
the door cracks and slams back, and the room is quite messy. It looks like the bed is so not made that it's practically unmade, but perhaps it's because someone grabbed a sheet and tied it around one bedpost and threw it out the window. There are a variety of puppet making tools scattered around the room, as well as various notes. You notice a glowing box. It's about 1.5 feet tall and about 8 inches on its side. It has abstract stained glass patterns on each side.
That sounds like something we would all notice. Why Bonton specifically?
Sorry, you all notice this.
Yeah.
Bonton knows what this is.
Oh,
Yes. Oh dear.
I know he got away.
Yes, I mean that is also my primary concern. But if we could add to the pile for a second, this
Just quickly looking out the window.
we need to look after this, but we need to look after that.
So, just before we go through explaining, is the guy like running down the street out the window, or is he gone?
He's gone.
Okay.
Can I yell out the? Can I ineffectually yell out the window? Nettleton, you swine, get back here!
I mean, you can always ineffectually yell.
Yeah, I feel like that was not a question. That was just.
Okay, well I'm going to do
Cursing
that.
someone's existence is a free
I mean,
action.
you don't need to, you've said you've done it. You don't need to then do it.
I have other adjectives to add.
You cast violent mockery.
Vicious mockery.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Into the sky.
Just into the
Can
world.
I do an untargeted vicious mockery? Nettleton, you unfunny hack! You ripped off my life story and made it worse. What is wrong with you? You were handed pure golden material and you turned it into tin.
To be fair, we didn't get to see his show.
Yeah.
It may
I've
have been
heard
very,
all the best jokes on the way in, Donde, and you know what? They were nothing.
may have been very funny.
Maybe his delivery is very good.
It had to be in the delivery.
Yeah. And now we don't get to see it.
If nothing else, I am looking forward to your one-woman show.
Can I get down now?
Oh yeah, fine.
All right, what's with this box?
Next to the box is a stick,
Oh,
and then nearby there are a whole bunch of papers with, it'll be like 5 questions with answers scrawled in on a single piece of paper.
Okay.
Can I investigate the puppets?
Sure.
Oh, I was going to ask. Do exactly the same thing.
So I think you guys are DMing each other's puppet investigations. Yes to whatever you say.
This one's not done yet.
What's it look like?
It's just like a form, but this one looks like my mother. But not very well, because he's only seen her once when she had to come to that emergency parent-teacher meeting after me and Camo did the thing that I won't talk about now.
When you picked that up, you revealed that there is a left arm made of rock that isn't attached to anything.
That's what I was about to say.
Oh,
yeah.
I should
Yeah,
have let you say it.
No,
I'm sorry.
No, I wasn't about to say that. I was just going to be like, it's early days on some puppets, but there's like a really fuzzy one
Is there
and
like
a really
just a big
small
pile
one.
of fun fur that's gonna be Donde?
so yeah, I was actually curious about. So like, obviously, if it's they're going with Nihar, then he's got. It's like what parts of information does he have?
Well, and he started to recognize our names as he was reading down that list.
yeah.
You know, so he knows who we are somehow.
Yeah, who's been feeding him all this information? And to get all of this great information about our incredible and legendary travels and to turn it into this is such a travesty. I'm offended, not only because I'm being made fun of, but also because, like, I feel like somebody could do better. Like...
Also, it really undercuts the publishing of my journals that I was writing down all this stuff in.
Donde, this is just gonna stoke people's desire for them, because now this is the true and officially authorized version.
Everything
right?
extremely
Oh,
accurate.
hey, look.
Yeah.
Dante's journals is made popular by Mora Nihar.
Here's
Yeah.
a prop of Dante's journal. I assume it's
It's
blank.
just like one of the, it's just like one page that just like opens.
right,
says
it always
jumped.
Yeah. Yeah, because you got to be able to
This
see it in
is
the
not
back.
accurate. All right. So
Can
box.
I pick up the tiny goblin and just
box
like
with
use
a
2
stick.
fingers? Hi,
Yeah.
I'm Snack.
Um,
I'm cranky.
Are we talking like a stick, or like a long, like a staff?
Like 8 inches.
Oh, okay. More like a wand.
yeah.
Wait, is it a tiny Wanda?
I don't know what it is, is the problem. But I can cast Detect Magic, and we can see what in this room is actually magic. And I already
Seems
know the
worthwhile.
box is magic,
was
and
gonna
we'll
say.
talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, the glowing box.
Yeah.
How big did you say the glowing box was?
It's about 8 inches by 8 inches square, right? But like long, like 18 inches. Whatever we use here. Should we do centimeters? I like metric quite a bit, actually.
I think the official Dungeons and Dragons measurements are imperial.
Oh, curses! All right.
Yeah.
So it's big enough to hold like a fairly wide bottle of liquor, but that's not what we would ever use this
Or like
for.
an action figure.
Well, one of them really nice, like 1/30th scale ones.
Because 8 inches is 2/3 of a standard ruler, right?
Yeah.
So if you have that by that by that,
Right.
this is like this
pretty
is
substantial.
This is pretty
It's
big.
like a bread box
Yes.
on its side.
It is, yeah. Except it's inset with stained glass.
Maybe it's the bread box the right way up if you prefer vertical bread.
Yeah.
Checkmate.
Or bread you make in a
There's-
bread maker.
We have a way to
Yes.
test this.
Yes.
We know people who make bread.
Hold on, because I have a little snack puppet right now. Hey, let's quit debating the measurements of the box and just tell us what it does. Like, get your inner image snack. It's like, this is what you feel like, you know? How does it feel to have someone make fun of you?
I don't sound like that.
I don't sound like that.
You know, they
I'm
say-
small and cranky.
they s-
Although, what I'm doing is just hiding my inner feelings. I'm actually quite touchy and really a good friend, but you'd never know to talk to me.
They say that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
Yeah, tell that to her. She's the one who's all bent out of shape.
Crappy imitation's no form of flattery at all, Bonton.
We didn't even get to see the show.
See, I'm doing Snack, but I know Snack. We're friends, so I can make fun of him.
You just said Nettleton was your friend.
He was like a frenemy friend.
An acquaintance from high school, high elf school. Like I don't know how you.
Just elf school.
This box
Yes.
shouldn't be here.
You were kind of trying to cast detect magic. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
actually, and maybe I should. I cast detect magic,
Okay.
which should allow me for up to 10 minutes to sense it within 30 feet of me. So what else in this room is made of magic?
Let's see. There's a sword, and there's a blood-sucking wand, and I think there's another sword, and there's a mask.
Anything not on our person.
Oh yeah. There's the.
I was getting excited there for a second until you
Not
got to
me.
blood-sucking wand. And I'm like, oh, crap.
Two things.
Yes.
The box and the stick.
Oh. All right.
If you take a short rest, you can figure out what a magic item does.
That's like an hour, right?
Yes.
Are we willing to spend an hour in this room?
We can take it with
We
us
can just
Yeah.
take it with us.
and just use it and just figure out next time.
I've had such odd. The fact is, this box
Okay.
belongs to Abu Nihar.
Oh.
Or as far as I know, he had it previously.
Wait, but didn't Avunihar's didn't all his treasures get stolen when Bebo was leading that army of demons against his fortress?
Spot on, Mora.
A lot of stuff got stolen, yeah.
So how did it get here?
One of those little yellow text box like
See previous
in
adventure.
issue 387 of Dice
So-
Friends editor.
Yeah, Excelsior.
So what does it do? You know?
Apart from glow.
Well, when you're attuned to it, because it is an item for a spellcaster,
Wow, I never knew Nettleton had any abilities other than being a bad friend.
I don't know why he would have this. When you die, if you're attuned to it, your soul goes into the box.
What?
Yes.
That's metal as hell.
Well, it's more wood and glass, but I see what you're saying.
Why would you want your soul to go into the box?
Well, given the options of where your soul could end up,
What if you'd made some bad deals? And there's people who wanted your soul.
the thing is that this box also kind of acts as a secondary corpse. People can interact with this box with your soul in it as if it is an actual corpse, as if it is your corpse specifically.
What do you mean? What?
This is okay. That is as much as I was ever able to get out of Abu Nihar. He said that when you die, your soul goes in the box, and as long as you're attuned to it, and then if people interact with the box when it has your soul in it, it is like they are interacting with your corpse.
So
So that they
They can
have to,
cast
like-
spells like talk to the dead. They can do all that kind of stuff as if the box is a corpse, your corpse, because your soul is in it.
I have a question for you, Bonton.
Whose soul's in this box?
I wasn't necessarily jumping to that there is someone in it. I was saying, is that why it's glowing?
Was Abu Nihar attuned to it?
I would assume that he was. In the conversations we'd had, he was very cagey about whether he'd used it or not, which I thought was odd. We'd had this conversation, Jenny and I we had this conversation and get drunk and have speculate, because he never really opened up about this.
Zombie moonshine.
Yeah, over all that good zombie moonshine. We thought, what we came to the conclusion is that he's a good necromancer, so he'll probably go to heaven. But a lot of people don't think that, so he's probably going to hell. And maybe this was a side bet, where he's like, if I die, then I don't have to go either direction. What if I just go into the box?
So
he wanted to be a box lich.
I assume?
So if,
There are worse
for
things to be.
instance, if this guy's got some sort of talking to dead type thing, that could be, maybe he's getting all his info from interrogating the box.
Wait, but hold up.
But he knows stuff
You're
about me
saying-
going to high school.
You're saying that Avu Nihar might be dead and his soul is in this box?
The fact that the box is glowing, I don't think has anything to do with anything.
Okay.
Because as far as I've seen the box, it's always been glowing like this.
Okay.
So I don't know if there was ever a soul in the box, if Avu Nihar ever put himself in the box, if he attuned himself to it. He could have just made it and been like, yes, maybe I'll use that someday.
Maybe I'll just add some ground effects to it, because why not?
Or, yeah, so I guess the only way to find out if, and to find out who and if there is somebody in the box,
Would be to interact as if
Would
interact
be-
with it as if it is somebody's corpse.
some sort of talking to dead or whatever.
Well,
kind
you're a
of spell.
necromancer, Bonton.
There's a certain amount of things that I know how to do. For example, did you know I can toll the dead? It makes a great sound. But that's about all I've been able to figure out how to do so far.
Hey, they gotta give you like all their copper?
Okay.
Just the loose change.
Whatever you got on
The
you.
fact that he's got this is very, yeah.
But what worries me is that there's this box. And then there's this stick that looks like a wand and is magic. And I don't know why he would have both of these things together, because I don't know anything about this wand.
Also, how
So
did...
the wand's not Avu Nihar's, but the box was.
I've never seen the wand before. That's all I know about it.
Avu Nihar probably had lots of stuff, though.
Who knows if it's even Avu Nihar's?
That's true.
But
okay.
I have not
But it
seen
could
this
be.
wand before. It could be.
I didn't really think Nettleton was all that like magically talented. I thought he like failed that class with me, and that's why we had to go to summer
Well,
school together.
But, like, you haven't known him for, like, you haven't seen him in, like, years, though, right?
I mean, like,
So
when
all
did I go
sorts
to
of stuff
Chult?
could
Like, I
happen.
haven't seen him in like a year. Maybe he got like a talent other than ripping off his like better friends, I guess.
Yeah.
So look, I don't see what this is going to do, like how this is going to help us find out what happened to Nastya or Boral.
no.
But also, this is super weird that this guy impersonating Mora has an artifact from Avu Nihar's fortress.
Well, also
What are the
interesting.
chances,
which,
right?
which we think was part of the artifacts that were stolen by Bebo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Who was working for the dragon that we're working for.
yeah.
yeah. Well,
But-
also
oh, wait, also,
interestingly,
this place is
Haven
run-
Sora, who's the person who like put me onto the go liberate the lizards quest in Chult, runs the Ember.
Right. That's
There's some
suspicious
serious,
to me.
like, pictures with thread connecting them going on.
There's
here.
definitely many coincidences happening.
So I'm going to grab a canvas bag or something that's probably been left around in here. I'm going to very gingerly wrap up this box, put it inside the bag, and I'm going to add the wand to it as well, and just kind of like hope that nothing weird's going to happen as long as it's in there with it. Seal it up, and now I have a bag full of box and wand.
Okay.
And yeah, next time we take a short rest, maybe you can take a look at what the wand is.
Is there anything else of note in here?
I mean, this is all full of stuff that looks vaguely familiar to you, in particular. You see, like, you guys don't have yearbooks, but you have perhaps some scrolls where you sign for each other at the end of the year, and he's got all his there. And in fact, you see where you wrote, "Have a great summer, Nettleton." And
I guess he just took that as tacit permission. He's probably having a great summer now,
I mean, he was up until recently.
until we showed up.
there are there are all sorts of notes and papers and props and crafts and
Is the place too? Is there? I guess depending on how messy the place is, but is there an obvious like drawer open and empty, as in like he quickly packed and ditched it, or did he just run?
He just ran. If you are rummaging around, you find like a drawer that has his money in it.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Recompense. I'm going to take all of his money. How much money does he have?
There's about 100 gold there in various small change.
Got your licensing fees then, haven't you?
Nope. This is a mere down payment.
Wow.
You see how
Life rights.
did you see how like
No, we didn't. Very disappointing.
they were making a lot of money off making fun of me, and this is a mere drop in the bucket of the damages that I shall be receiving from Nettleton.
An
Are
old
you going to
man
take it up with
sticks
the
his
owner?
head in through the door. It's like, could you please keep it down? Some of us are trying to sleep.
No.
Well, we're just leaving.
Thank you.
We leave, right? We're done here?
Yeah, I mean, if we found all the money and taken all the magic objects.
You've taken the money and the magic objects. You've left behind the
And-
crafts and the puppets
I'm actually
and the
gonna
papers.
I'm gonna leave a note for
Okay.
Nettleton as well, though, in case he comes back for something. I'm gonna say, "Dear Nettleton, although we spent many wonderful afternoons together, smoking pipe weed and not going to class, I see that you have taken my friendship and abused it in the most vicious and horrible way possible, period. Although I am not a spiteful or evil person, know that you
One of
have
those
made
is
an
wrong.
enemy of me this day, and probably several previous days where you were mercilessly impersonating me and telling people my last name was Nihar, which it is not. That is just my stepdad's name. Underline, 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 period."
Do you sign it?
Oh, I'm not done yet. "I have taken all of your money that you left behind as a down payment on the damages that you owe me and my fine reputation as a freer of Malfanda lizards and general all-around good person, period. Please contact me at your earliest convenience for a thorough beating, but also a debriefing. Your, quote, unquote, friend, Mora, period."
Do you actually
meet me
write
in
the
the
words
forest in
quote
15
and
minutes
unquote?
from now.
Yeah.
All
Come
right.
to Baker's Alley.
Oh, he'll know where to find me. He already
have,
knows all about my life. How is he not going to know where I am?
Well, he
On
was
the
pretty
plus side,
surprised to see us in the audience.
there's a great real estate opportunity in Baker's Alley that maybe you should get in on.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like ghosts.
All right, so the
Did the Dragonborn lady want to meet with us? Or you?
She said that she wanted to meet with us after the thing. right?
Well,
Well, she said, "Come see me after the show this evening." And unfortunately, due to circumstances beyond my control, it's already after the show. So let's go see Haven Sora, and maybe she
Yeah,
can
for
fill
what
in
for what it's worth, he just read our names and then left. Like it wasn't even.
Yeah, I can't say I'm impressed by this evening's entertainment.
Oh.
Let's go talk to
Didn't
Haven.
have a
I
chance
guess.
to kick his ass.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, let's go try and find this lady.
all right, so you head back downstairs, and there's a whole bunch of laughter and cheering coming from inside the theater section, the bar, the tavern, whatever we're
Is this
calling it.
half-orc just killing it?
No, they found another bard who was on a night off, but they just got in someone else to
Oh,
entertain
okay.
the crowd because everybody had paid to be here.
Right.
Right.
And so that's what you do.
Wow.
The show must go on.
Tough act to fill in when it's like there's people literally dressed like the
guy
actor
you're
replacing.
replacing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, good on the bard.
So happily, one of the things bards can do is make people like them.
Right. Of course.
Magically.
Yeah.
Good.
So-
that's not abusable.
And yeah. And like, I wonder what the critical mass is. Like, how many people do you have to get loving you and laughing uproariously at your material, assuming it's good material,
Right.
for this hostile audience to sort of, not even hostile, just, as you say, really psyched for the other person.
I mean, that used to be a real thing. They would hire people to
Right.
sweeten
Chill,
the crowd.
yeah. So, anyway, whatever method used, the crowd is having a good time, is enjoying the show, and this guy is sweating bullets, but doing his best to, keep his reputation up, and, he's probably getting triple time for this.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, good for him.
Yeah.
Where? Sorry.
We need to find the office of.
I guess. Yeah.
Why don't we ask the bartender?
Sure.
What are
Hey.
you asking?
Yeah, sure. Hey, down, up, up over the bar. Hi. Where do we? What's her name?
Haven Sora.
Where do we find Haven Sora?
She's working the front door.
Oh, thanks. All right, let's go to the front door. The owner's working the door?
It's been a bad night.
Fair.
There's probably a lot of people demanding refunds.
That's exactly where I was going with that.
Yeah. No kidding. Okay, well, yeah, let's go.
So she sees you coming, and she passes this off onto the bouncer, and brings you guys aside to a private room, and says, "So, I've heard that you were somewhat successful in your time in Chult."
Yes, I have rescued one Malfanda lizard. His name is Kevin, and I really think that he could be a pilot project for a new kind of pet. I think Malfanda lizards make excellent pets.
You
Kevin
rescued
is,
that other one.
Well,
The one you got arrested for rescuing.
yes, thank you, Snack. I say, pushing Snack more under the table. I did get a little bit arrested, but it was all in the name of proving that Malfanda lizards make excellent and loving pets. Kevin is quite affectionate. He'll snuggle up to you at night, and not just because he's cold-blooded and needs the warmth.
Well,
Pretty sure that other lizard didn't make it.
Or they probably, after they arrested her, they probably just was like,
The lizard
put
back.
it back. I mean,
That's what I mean. It didn't make it.
yeah.
I should have looked up whether Dragonborn are cold-blooded or endothermic, exothermic. Anyway, she's like, well, you also revealed that the birdmask Batiri are producing poison,
Sure.
which was very helpful information. And if I understand correctly, you have a job from my cousin to topple the Samolo Plateau.
Yeah, I'm not that's not high on the priority list right now. I'm more involved in the lizard pet thing.
All right, so perhaps we'll find a different team to do that.
Right.
Okay.
I have some questions for you, Haven, though.
Sorry. High level. Who's the cousin?
The one that was in Port Nyanzara, right?
Yeah. Remember?
Yavrin
The dragon?
Kava.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Sorry, I forgot about that.
You thought Melshaksa for a second?
Well, I was
I did.
confused. I was like, is this something? Yeah. Did we get this assignment or just you?
When we got
You
to,
were all in the room.
yeah, when we
Right.
went to Port Nyanzaru, we met a dragonborn who was like, "Great job! Could you topple?" And we're like, "Maybe we'll get back to you on that. We're kind of busy right now."
And then we met the dragon, and things sort of snowballed. from
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Cool.
now
Sorry.
that
I just trying to remind myself of where we're at. Cool.
But I do have some questions for you.
Ask.
Did you know that I went to school with your top entertainer, Nettleton Smirchberry?
He did tell me that, yes.
Yes, I am just curious as to how he got such an accurate yet unflattering goings-on of my movements and lifestyle and new accessories, I say, waving my tail a little bit.
That's unflattering. He worships you.
I just feel like if he knew me better, he would not be calling himself Mora Nihar. That's my stepfather's name. It's not my last name.
Oh. I mean, he's sick right now, but why don't you come and ask him tomorrow? He'd probably be delighted to see you.
Sick where exactly? Up in his room?
Probably.
Oh no, he's not.
He's gone.
Yeah, we went up to go say hi.
We
We
saw-
had a lot of catching up to do.
His window was wide open and a bedsheet was flapping in the wind.
This dramatically affects my business. I should deal with this right away.
But I really want to know more about how you came to employ Nettleton.
I am very much looking forward to our conversation, especially since I'm hoping to find out more about your more recent employer and lure you away and back to working for us. But if my primary attraction has gone missing, I need to get on that.
This might actually just be a good excuse to end that conversation. And
But how did he?
Yeah.
How did he become your primary attraction?
He showed up and said he had heard that you had come to me for some business, and he wanted to work for me, and he had this great act, and we tried it for a night or two, and people loved it.
So you didn't put him up to all of this? He came to you with the idea.
He approached me because he had heard that you had approached me, which wasn't 100% true because we met through like your class project. But regardless, I need to go. Thank you so much for coming by. Let me know when you want to come to another show once we've got the shows happening again, and I will put you on the VIP list again. If you want to have some more drinks, I will set you up with a tab. I just really need to deal with this.
All right. Bye.
So working through this, he came to see her, already had the act.
Yeah.
And knew that I had a connection to Haven Sora.
Yes.
That's weird.
That's
But-
really weird.
Yes. So it's like,
Your classmates on the project, he wasn't one of them, but other people from your school knew that you had gone and talked to her.
Yeah, but like the thing is, like, there's a difference between knowing that I had gone and talked to somebody and also knowing all the movements of my life, especially when I was in Chult, and like trying not to tell people where I was because I wasn't strictly allowed to be there.
I agree with everything you just said. I just wanted to remind you that other people in your class knew you had dealt with her.
Yeah, but I just So, but that's interesting
What?
that he came to her.
What class project involved working with?
We were talking. It was they had brought in. It was we were doing like a thing for like geography on like Chult, and like you had to look up like a species on Chult, and like most of the people were like, oh my god, I want to do like the ferocious T-Rex or like the stilt puffers or like the mole hounds, and you know like the charismatic megafauna, and I was like, no, I want to do something, and then. Haven came in as somebody who was like involved in like a rescue organization, talking about some of the like the less attractive but still like nice fauna of Chult that maybe needed to be rescued. And I said, I love animals. And then I realized that included lizards, and I should go rescue the lizards. So she came to talk about like a charity thing that she ran about lizard rehabilitation.
And this was in Waterdeep during a class trip.
Yes. Yes, this is our class trip to Waterdeep.
And then you somehow got swept into Chulton's Sea Shepherd. Like,
It seemed like a good idea at the time.
huh.
Look,
Okay.
lizards were being smashed, and now fewer lizards have been smashed.
I mean, I got to give it to her a snack. I mean, she's nothing if not earnest.
So you have a tab at the bar.
Oh, I'll be using that.
I'll be using that.
Yeah.
What? It's like evening now.
It's pretty late. Like
Yeah.
this was an evening show.
Yeah.
And it started late. But you guys have a very long walk ahead of you, and your feet are already killing you from the long walk you've already had.
Couldn't we take a carriage or something? I have a lot of money that doesn't belong to me, but now does.
I'm getting a drink first.
Yeah, I'm sure we can hire somebody for like some gold to take us home.
Get a drink for the road, and because we got like there's still the like.
Isn't Burlap still here?
You kind of abandoned him. He doesn't know where you are, but yes, he's somewhere in the audience.
Let's go find Burlap and get some drinks, and then hire someone to take us home in a car, like a carriage,
I mean,
a horse.
home in this sense being back
Baker's
to Baker's Alley,
Yeah.
where we're supposed to be
Yeah.
handling sewer monsters.
Sewer monsters.
Yeah.
For Hollow.
Which
been a long day.
and I feel like Hollow might be a little concerned because we kind of like opened the hole in his floor and then left.
Yeah.
We don't want to do like that contractor thing where you like come in and like rip it up and then leave and you
Yeah.
never see them again.
Yeah. Okay.
When there's a monster in your basement.
Yeah, but
Does everyone feel sufficiently rested that we could actually go tackle that tonight since it is nighttime?
So let's recap your last 48 hours.
Yeah.
Yesterday morning, you woke up aboard a ship.
Yeah.
And you sailed for a while, and you came into Waterdeep, where you met Burlap, who, if you remember, looks like a great big crate with a burlap sack over it and a cartoon face painted on one side, with skinny, skinny little arms and legs coming out of it. And he has walked you across town to the South Ward.
And we don't even know what the arms and legs look like because
That's
they're
right.
covered in drapey fabric.
Correct.
Right. Okay.
One of you shook his hand, and it felt kind of skeletal.
Yeah. He's unprovably a skeleton with a box in his head. Unprovably.
So then you went to the alley and explored the alley and explored.
So much crock.
Ate so much crock and explored the
balls.
sewer a little bit. Fairly late at night.
Right.
You came up, you were woken up very early in the morning when all of the bakery stuff started happening and Coral showed up
That's
to
right.
talk to you. So you're operating on less sleep than usual, though you did get a nap.
Yeah.
You went and you fought the paladin, you went to Chult Town, you had a bath.
Fought the paladin.
Yeah. Drove off the paladin, but yeah, had a bath, came back, short rest.
Short rest. Yeah, you had a short rest.
Yeah. So.
And then you walked the entire length of Waterdeep. And cobbles are different. You guys walk long distances in Chult, but you're walking on earth. Like, you know, it's different walking on cobbles.
Yeah. It's a little harder on
So
the
it's
feet.
been a long day.
So I am not saying what you can or cannot do. I'm just reminding you what has already happened.
Can I go talk to the bartender and see if he knows anything about places Nettleton might frequent? Friends of his, associates.
So the bartender is crazy busy right now. And kind of gives you the brush off. I mean,
right.
you can make a roll, but if you succeed wildly, he's going to say, "Come talk to me later." Like, he just straight up doesn't have time right now for a good conversation.
The bartender's not going anywhere, Mora. We can come back tomorrow and figure this out.
Fine.
Harness that energy. Use that rage in a good way. Maybe getting some sleep.
I feel like I just said no to a player, but he's too busy. It's the bartender, and he's got
Rage.
a bar
Rage
full of
sleep.
people.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, I like this
Get Burlap, get him to hail us a taxi.
Yeah,
take
yeah.
a carriage thing home,
Yeah.
or back to the
alley.
Baker's Alley,
Baker's Alley, yeah.
and then and I guess see how we feel when we get there.
Does anyone want to can we get food from the bar or from anywhere at this point?
Yeah, they'll give you a bowl of peanuts. Or,
Sweet, okay.
Why don't? How about this? Why don't we, on Nettleton's dime, go to get a drink here because they're free.
Yeah.
In fact, let's get 2 drinks.
Yeah.
Grab burlap, get some food around here,
Yeah.
and then get a cab and go home.
Hit up the local takeaway. I'm up for that.
Yeah. Do you think I can get a kebab?
Yeah, I was
Some street meat?
just about to say kebab.
Yeah.
You and I are on a wavelength this evening. What's the figure?
It's all the puppets she's been looking at. It's all those thin, spindly arms.
Yeah.
It's got us all thinking about kebab.
the Waterdeep equivalent of a cheeky Nando's.
That's literally the name of the guy who makes it.
Yeah.
Chiquinando.
Yeah, they just have a cheeky Nando's.
Yeah.
Love it.
So, you have a couple more drinks. Now, the drink you've been drinking is, quote, 3 fingers of your strongest liquor, unquote.
Yeah, I'm maybe not going to get another one of those.
Okay.
Maybe I'll just get a beer.
All right.
You remember all of this? Sorry. What a uniquely specific anecdote.
I thought it might affect the game.
Fair. Fair
No
enough.
kidding.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably where Mora got the strength to kick in the door, because normally her strength is 10.
Okay. So, Burlap is happy to take you to a local kebab place.
Excellent.
And while you're chowing down, he is going to self-sacrificially not eat at the same time, and is instead going to go out and find a carriage that will take you across town.
Always thinking of others.
Yeah.
You know what? Eating these fine skewers of lamb and chicken and some other meat that I'm going to assume is good for us to eat, but I can't identify by flavor.
Lamb.
Yeah.
Not likely.
Delicious lizard meat.
Rat, probably. Oh no, maybe not in the north end.
North Ward is nice.
Oh, this is
a
gonna be
nice
this is
part
gonna
of
be
town.
beef,
okay.
beef, chicken, lamb, all sorts of good stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's assume that's what it is.
We're gonna, eating all this delicious meat, well seasoned and just like nicely greasy, and having Nettleton pay for it is making me feel a little bit better.
I think that and the alcohol is probably taking the edge off.
Yeah.
I'm a little less angry now. But Mora Nihar, it's very rude.
So there's a coach outside waiting your convenience.
Excellent.
Let's hop in and go home.
I'll take one more of the mystery meats to go.
For Kevin?
Yes.
Yeah. You wouldn't want him to starve, would you?
Absolutely
Wait,
not.
we
It's been
didn't-
hours
Where'd
since
you
I
leave
fed
We
him.
didn't bring him.
We left him in the.
Flower Tower?
Yeah, we left him in the flower tower, I think.
No.
Okay.
Did we?
Did I leave him with Snack? I left him with Snack.
Who was
No.
carrying him last? Oh shit! We gotta find the.
No, it's on the back of one of
Where's
these.
Kevin?
Right.
Sorry, we're looking for Beach's diagram of the layout of,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
of the alley.
Well, I didn't make a diagram, but I
I
have all
did.
the information.
Oh, it's in my. Okay, it's one of my other sheets of paper. I will grab it.
Yeah, the last time I remember.
Where are we staying?
You're staying at Prime Dough.
Prime
Prime
Dough.
Dough.
So
Staying at
Kevin's at Prime
Did we
Dough.
leave him at Prime Dough?
I
All
left
right.
him with you guys when I went in to deal with the dude.
And then we came in.
So
And then he was tied up outside.
Oh no! Then I just left. I went back downstairs, and I was eating stuff with Friendly.
So he's tied up downstairs outside the flower tower. Friendly's probably give him something to eat.
all right.
She's
So
friendly.
he's tied up outside the flower tower. Got it. So he is the first thing you hear then as the coach is approaching the baker's alley. You can see that there are lights on in all three of the Throic establishments, and there are heavy weapons that are sort of pointed at various places. And Kevin just keens. He just cries piteously, and he's very, very loud. And then when he sees you through the window of the coach as you're looking at him, he's like straining to the point of choking himself, trying to get to you because he just loves you so much.
My poor Kevin.
So is there like
get
a
him.
is there like a
Go
standoff
to
but with
him.
siege weaponry happening here between the three dwarf shops? Is that what we're having?
Kind of a little bit.
Oh, this is the bread war. Oh.
I'm gonna like hop past Snack and be like, Kevin-y poo.
So, yeah, I mean, he is ridiculously happy to see you, and
Kevin, I brought you a kebab.
Eats it, skewer and all.
I thought that they were just having a disagreement about how you spin the sugar.
Yeah, no, this is some
they-
real martial crap going on.
Where did they
here.
get a ballista?
I'm pretty sure this is about how the disagreement is the spinning the sugar.
Yeah, but everyone said, "Oh, there's a bread war," and then we went and talked to them, and they all seemed pleasant and normal, and they just had a disagreement about how to prepare it. But now, well, this is terrific.
It's weird too because it's awfully late at night, and this is usually about the time that bakers would be getting up, wouldn't it?
Yeah, shouldn't they be making their? How long does it take to spin sugar?
Oh, I don't know. I've never had to do it before myself.
Me neither.
I watched my grandmother do it once. It took her like minutes.
I could go for some crock.
Crock would be so good right
I
now.
wonder if they have any daylights.
So what kind of like situation are we coming into here?
so once they're allowed to go back to sleep, I mean, it's probably too late for them to go back to sleep, but Kevin has been keeping everybody awake.
So all the weaponry wasn't pointed at each other. It was
Well, it
pointed
was
at
kind
Kevin.
of it was out, and it wasn't pointed at anywhere in particular. It's just like, what are we going to shoot it? I don't know if we can shoot this thing.
And who's going to be the first?
Right.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, we kind of brought the whole alley together.
Oh, well, but also too, think of it this way: whoever fires first at the lizard, somebody else can use it as an excuse to shoot and maybe miss.
I was defending your lizard.
Yeah, and be like, "Oh, I accidentally hit your storefront. I'm sorry. I was trying to hit the lizard."
All right.
So Kevin is.
Can I be holding him like a baby?
Yes.
Perfect.
More like a toddler, but
Strength 10, physically maybe.
He's like 17 pounds or something like that. It's doable. I'd say in real life I have probably like a strength of 10. And I can.
You can hold one of our cats like that.
Yeah.
He puts up with it. The other one does not put up with it.
And Kevin puts up with it.
Yeah.
Kevin loves it.
Yeah. Kevin is so overfed that he has lost all of the normal Melfanda lizard bitiness.
Okay, well, we stopped the bread war for tonight
Kevin, you're so
That was-
good. You're bringing
that we-
people together.
that we mostly caused.
Yeah.
to announce the alley. Sorry, our bad. We'll go to bed now. We kind of stumble off towards Prime Dough, I guess.
All right. So
We also have a room in the flower tower if we want it, I think.
I think.
Yeah,
It
no,
might
we
be
do.
locked, but Friendly might have locked the door, and because we're not in there. She doesn't know we're technically staying over. I don't think, does she?
No, but we do have an apartment above Prime Doe with furnishings now.
Yes.
And nicely cleaned, I guess.
Let's
Yeah,
go to
it's
Prime Doe.
It's Brandley, or not Prime Doe, the Flower Tower.
Ah.
Maybe we can move tomorrow.
I'm going. No, sorry. Prime Doe is where Hollow lives, which has the sewer lizard problem.
And it's where all of our stuff is.
The lizard sewer monster problem. Yeah, all my stuff is there.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be like, yeah, we'll stay in your place. We'll clean up we'll clean out your sewer whatever's. Open the floor up and be like, fooled you, we're staying down the street. I'm going back to Prime Doe.
That's
There's
right.
bedrolls now.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I'm saying once we're done clearing out his, like, sewer monster thing, we don't have to sleep on bedrolls on the floor. We can go above the Flower Tower where there's, like,
You
a
can go
bed
there now
and a
if you
sofa.
can go there now if you want.
The flower tower is locked. Prime Doe is unlocked.
Okay,
All
I'm
right,
going
we're
to
going
Prime
there.
Doe.
All right. There is a note left behind at Prime Doe, because remember, Hollow doesn't live there.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. This is a note for you.
Oh, here, give it here.
Mora, thank you again for chasing away Mar.
Oh.
A woman named Batisa came by the Flower Tower after you left, thinking you were here for some reason. Do you know anyone named Batisa? She said she works at the Beholder and Bucket and had some information about Nastya.
Oh, I'm so good at everything!
She says if you can get to her place at around dawn. I don't have a watch.
Why did you look at your wrist?
I don't know. You get to her place around dawn, you'll catch her before work. She's in the brown townhouse with a window box on Glint Street. I don't know what this is about. Signed Friendly, Truly Good.
Well then.
She's got very nice penmanship.
As you'd expect from someone named Friendly Truly Good.
Yeah, I believe her.
Friendly's so helpful.
Right, so based on the purpleness of the sky, we have maybe 3 hours before dawn.
Good night.
Cool, I'm gonna go trance.
Thunk.
Yeah.
I hit the bedroll running.
Yeah. Are there's any monsters in here at the moment? Great. Sleep.
All right.
All right.
So, I think you're woken up much earlier than you want to be woken up because Baker's Alley gets very busy very early in the morning.
Yep.
And unless you are someone who only needs to like transfer 4 hours, you're just really tired.
I mean, I don't think I got a full 4-hour trance, did I?
I mean, probably pretty close.
Oh, sick.
Hollow, have you completed anything yet?
Yes, I have a variety of sweet and savories.
Sounds
but
good.
honestly, I think you should try this. It's called coffee.
Oh.
Bit bitter.
It smells nice.
I have some icing sugar over here if you need to. All right, so he gives you some coffee, which is a thing they have in Waterdeep.
Cool.
And
If there's any sort of bun with cheese in it.
you would have some of
Cool.
that.
All right. Cool.
The snack will pay for it. But yeah.
Yeah. Let's get a quick breakfast, and then I guess it's about to be dawn, right?
I mean, I would say it's about half an hour till dawn.
All right. So let's see if
Where's
Glint Street.
Glint Street?
It's about 5 blocks away. It gives you directions.
Yeah, I wasn't. It says it's about 5 blocks away in the note, and I wasn't sure if that was Friendly telling more of that, or if
Yes.
that was you telling me that.
That was Friendly telling more of
Okay.
that.
All right, so hold on. Before we go in, because you're all tired, we're refreshing your memory. We're looking for Nastya for her cousin Alfonso.
Right. Strange name. Glint Street.
Let's go.
We're there.
So, you're at the townhouse. This is a very small townhouse.
We apparate at Glint Street.
Glint Street is one of those places that's really poor, but everybody is super proud of their houses, and things look very worn out, but extremely clean. and everybody, does whatever maintenance they possibly can as often as they can for free.
Nice.
And they don't have money to do a lot more, but this is theirs, and they're just gonna be proud of it.
All right, who's the person on the note?
Betiza.
Betiza. All right.
With the brown window box.
Yeah, so you can find it. There's a little box.
Brown
It's got-
townhouse with a window box.
Yeah, it's got a few little plants growing in it.
All right, well, tap, 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 knock on the door.
All right, so
Why did Batista think we'd be at Flower Tower? Did you tell her we were that you were at the Flower Tower?
yes.
Oh, shoot, we did. Whoops.
What do you mean we?
Where
We were out anyway. It's fine.
did we? Is this someone who we met at the?
This is the waitress you asked. You said, "Hey, we're working for Alfonso.
Right.
If you can find
Right,
anything
right.
about Nastya, we're staying at the Flower Tower."
Gotcha, okay.
You didn't explicitly say you would pay her to do all this extra work and find out stuff for her.
But she
Okay.
might be expecting.
I mean,
Depending on the
I mean,
information.
I mean,
how dangerous it
Nettleton
might
is
not be
very
that-
generous.
Nettleton's extremely generous. So that's fine.
all right. So you recognize her. She was your waitress yesterday
Okay.
at the Beholder and Bucket. She's like, "Oh, good, you got my message." So you were asking about Nastya Hoff.
Yes.
So there's kind of an unfortunate story about her about 6 months ago.
I know, Alfonso will be so disappointed, but please tell us so we can report back.
So she used to be a regular at the Beholder and Bucket. Mm-hmm. And then there was kind of an embarrassing incident in the cloakroom because one of the servers walked in on her while she was in there getting changed and applying a fake scar to her face.
Huh.
That's weird.
Was
And-
that the embarrassing part, or was what came after the embarrassing part?
Well, she was far more embarrassed by that than anyone could understand why she would be, and she got extremely furious, and that's the last time she ever came
What
into
did
the
the
Beholder
scar
and
look
Bucket.
like?
I heard jagged. I don't know.
On the cheek?
I heard on the face.
We just met somebody with a very jagged scar on their face.
That's weird. That's
There's just so many coincidences, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I heard.
That's great. Can I give her like what would be the going rate on this for like information?
She's obviously quite poor, and I think she would be delighted with whatever small pittance you care to give her. I think that there is no way for Mora to be in character and give her whatever pittance is appropriate for this.
Oh, absolutely not. But I'm just wondering what's like an appropriate level because like Mora is not good with money and is loaded down with somebody else's lots of money. So Mora's going to give her like 5 pieces of gold.
She's blown away by that. She thinks this is the most amazing thing ever.
And don't tell anyone.
Do I listen to him?
Absolutely.
Okay, yes.
And if you find out anything else about Nastya, please let us know.
Okay,
Same way as before. Just send me a note.
okay. Okay, thank you so much.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
so much. Mom, Grandma!
Does she have anything around here that's broken? Like a single break in it? Like a window or something?
So the windows are shuttered.
Okay.
If you're just looking for some magical way to help out, I'm sure there could be some sort of cracked something you
Cool.
could fix
And I
up.
just kind of reach over and touch it and mend it.
Do you have that ability?
I do.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I haven't used it yet, so I just thought I'd do that while I was here. I'm like,
Neat.
Is that
something she wouldn't notice.
All right.
Yeah.
What would be your focus for that? Would that be your holy symbol, or would that be Wanda, who's getting pretty thirsty, by the way? It's been a couple days since she's been fed.
Yeah, I have to
or
refill
would
her.
that be giggling?
That'd be giggling.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I look over and I start giggling to myself and I just do a thing.
I think giggling to yourself is not enough.
Oh.
That'll do. Thank you.
And she thinks I'm laughing at her house for some reason.
But now her coffee table doesn't have one wibbly leg.
I
That's
know,
very nice
right?
of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, she's going to put her feet up on it later and be like, oh, so sturdy.
Yeah. I'm like, I've only had 3 hours of sleep. I'm not thinking straight.
I just start giggling a little bit too. It's contagious. It's just like,
It's like,
I
you
mean,
know, it's like drawing a face in a cloud, right?
yeah.
It is literally magically contagious in certain circumstances, so we have to be a little bit careful.
Very susceptible right now, yeah.
Okay. We don't actually know what Nastya looks like, do we?
Nastya, no.
Nastya.
She has a fake scar.
Yes. So we know that she doesn't have a scar,
But we know
but
that she
might
wants.
look like she has a scar.
Yeah, we're looking
So
for...
shall we know?
yeah,
We're looking for
we're
someone who may or
for
may
a
not
woman-
have a scar.
Looking for a woman who doesn't have a scar on her face.
But may have a scar on her face,
Yeah.
but a fake one.
Excellent.
But we did just meet somebody with a big old scar on their face.
Yeah, that's weird, though.
Yeah.
It's so odd.
But has been working there for a long time.
We don't know that. We just
Actually,
know.
yeah, you're right. We don't know that.
We just know that she's the MC, and she's got a big old scar on her face.
Yeah.
And there are many coincidences in town. And Haven Sora, their cousin, works for Malshaxa.
Yeah.
Right? So
No.
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 Havren Kava
Yeah.
sent you out after the lizards.
Right.
And when you came to her and said, okay, I've rescued some of the lizards, and good news, there's a tribe of Batiri that's making this same poison without hurting lizards, she got quite unhappy at that news and wanted to know who those Batiri were. So Snack is like, bird masks, bird masks.
Right, the bird mask Batiri.
Because
Right.
it wasn't them. It was the...
But it's the Batiri that Snack doesn't like.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like the bird mask. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was my Batiri.
Yeah, but we told him a different Batiri.
Yes, the dragon skull Batiri.
Right. So
Dino skull Batiri.
Bebo was working for Malshaxa, and Havren Kava seemed to be working against Bebo.
It's yeah. She
Yeah,
was just against the creation of the poison
I'm
in general.
very wary of the Dragonborn.
So if not, let's say if the MC is Nastya,
Do you think she's a double agent?
or was she wooed away from Malshaxa, or
That.
is there something else in play here?
That, or she's under some sort of thrall.
Yeah, if she's like if she's being made to do this against whatever.
Yeah, well, I mean, we need to go back there anyhow so we can find out any leads on Nettleton.
Yeah. Because it could
Right.
also be as much as Nastya figures out that's like, wait, those people are here in town. One of them owns the something ember.
The burning ember.
The toxic ember. And could be like, if I can just get in there, then I can keep an eye on what it is they're doing and report that back to Malshaxa.
Yeah.
If their interests are actually opposed to each other. Their interests just could be like this, right? Like they could have nothing to do with each other, but we don't know.
I think it's worth investigating.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's all the way over in North Waterdeep. Luckily, we have the Nettleton carriage budget. So,
How much is a carriage?
It would cost you several gold to go from one end of the city to the other.
Well, we have many severals of gold.
You have many severals of gold.
All right, fair enough.
Burlap will be meeting you in about an hour in Baker's Alley, or at least he'll be waiting for you there. You didn't actually tell him he was employed for another day, but he's
Right.
hopeful.
maybe we should go back to Baker's Alley and try to, maybe you guys should get more sleep and identify what the heck is going on with the box and the wand.
I mean,
Because, like, the toxic ember is not going to be open. So there's no
Technically-
point in trying to go there at dawn.
technically, I have had a short rest. I wish it'd been longer. So yes, I could probably try to figure out some things about that wand.
There is no reason for us not to abstract away you guys catch up on your sleep.
Yep, that sounds great.
No, we have to describe every dream in
Prefer
detail.
not to have to roleplay
Yeah.
that entirely.
All right.
It's like I'm in Chult, but it's not really Chult, but it's kind of Chult.
I've had that dream.
Yeah, exactly. God, dreams are
So it's several hours later.
great.
Great.
And you have figured out that this is a wand of Speak with Dead.
Well, that stands to reason. Look, everybody, a wand of Speak with Dead.
Try it out, try it out, try it out!
Oh, you don't think this is going to work?
So, the thing about Speak with Dead is that you can only use it on a given subject every 10 days.
Ah.
So, you may recall...
What an unusual timing restriction.
So in the realms, a week is 10 days. Sometimes they're referred to as a 10-day from now or a week from now.
Oh, okay.
So in this one instance, they've gone metric when we haven't.
Fair enough.
So, they... this is not a valid target for your spell.
Okay.
There were a bunch of notes next to the box. You left them behind,
Sure
but they
did.
had like a whole bunch of questions, pages and pages of like 5 questions. Speak with Dead will allow you to ask 5 questions.
Ah.
Is it
There was also a series of dates on all of those pages.
Crap.
is it like a yes or no thing, or is it just any answers? Okay.
They'll be short answers. They'll often be cryptic.
Right.
I bet you all those papers with the questions and answers on them, that might give us more information about who is trapped in the, not trapped, but who is being held in the box. And furthermore, I think it's highly unlikely Nettleton is coming back to his room because we know where his room is. And at this point, I don't think he would risk anything other than his own safety. Wait, that doesn't make any sense.
So even if it isn't Abu Nihar in the
Catch
We
him on
box,
my
need more
sleep.
sleep.
even if it isn't Abu Nihar in the box, we know that whoever's in the box is somebody who knows us.
Maybe.
Or knows of us.
Well,
yes.
we'd have to check the notes.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it's Babo in the box. Maybe that's why he got that maybe that's why I took it. Oh, if it's Babo, if we find out it's Babo in the box, can I kick the box down a hill?
I would prefer you didn't. I'd like to at least return this to Avenir so that he can do whatever the hell it is that he wants to do with it when he dies.
Okay, that's fair. Can I be rude to the box? Well, Babo can hear me.
Oh, I hope so.
Okay.
Can we
good.
attach like a bellows to the box and like?
You can ask 5 questions.
Suck
Is
them
there a limit on sort of, snide retorts?
The spell description says that if you're hostile to them, they might lie to you.
They aren't required to tell the
Okay,
truth.
so in that case,
You don't get to talk to him.
well, what if I disguise myself as Susan? People already thought that was very convincing when we went to the Toxic Ember last night.
Yeah.
No.
Everyone could clearly tell you were a fan of him by the way you were acting towards him on stage.
Yeah. This was the level of my disguise magnitude.
So Burlap has shown up in Baker's Alley.
Oh, hey. Have you ever had
Coffee?
No.
That's to die for.
You should try some.
Oh, then perhaps I should avoid it.
It tastes awful. You'd love it.
Yeah, I'll take that under advisement.
We need a taxi cab. Can you
Oh.
get us a carriage
Of course.
back to the Toxic Ember?
Yes, and I did that job you asked me to do last night.
Oh, no.
Who remembers what we asked him to do last night?
I mean, it might have been something I spouted off, so who knows?
Sounds about right.
definitely.
Burlap! Report back!
Look, we ask a lot of people to do a lot of
I was in a
things.
furious haze.
That was so much better than I expected.
Which job, Burlap?
You asked me to find out about Boral Tars.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, we have a last name now.
Yeah, we've always had it.
I have a last name.
Oh. Never mind.
What
You have a last
What'd you find out?
I found his old girlfriend.
Really?
Yeah.
What's his old girlfriend's name?
Gari Nilbry.
Ooh.
How do you
Gara, Garra, Nilbry, Nilbry. That's what it is in my notes.
Thank you.
I do remember asking Burlap to do that now. And remember explaining how it was too dangerous for him to use our names, but he could use his name.
That's right.
That's the agent from before Nastya, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
right. He hasn't been heard from in
2 years.
2 years. So, were they together when he disappeared?
Oh, sorry, man. I'll go ask.
No, it's fine. It's
You
Where
found her.
Yes, the other thing you asked me to do is find out his species.
Yeah, that's right. What is he?
He's a human.
Oh, that doesn't narrow it down nearly as much as I'd like since we're in Waterdeep, but thank you anyhow.
well, at least we can say we're looking for a human.
I mean, that
Well,
does-
he's from Luskin. That's as much as I can do for you.
Oh, a human from Luskin.
Yeah, it used to be a much bigger place. Now it's pretty small. It's north of here.
Okay, interesting. I guess Mora being from sort of not Waterdeep, but Faerun might know where Luskin is?
Yeah, it's a little coastal town.
Oh, like on the north coast?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not helpful to us, but
Okay.
alright.
Not where I'm from.
It's like he's from
Okay.
Luskin.
And I think that's exactly how Snack would react.
Yeah.
I know where that is. It's like a coastal town north of here. I've never been, but like...
So you found Gara,
Yes.
and she's alive.
Yes.
And well.
Yes.
Did you talk with her?
Did she get over the loss of her boyfriend?
We don't know again.
No, I didn't talk to her. I can check.
But you know where she is.
Yes.
Excellent.
She and her mom and her son live in a place not far from the docks.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, that's a lot closer than all the way across town.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe we should go check that out first.
It is in the opposite direction, but it's like there instead of like there.
Yeah, that will be a lot faster to get
Well, and
there.
plus, like, if like we slept, maybe it's 11 a.m. or something like that.
That sounds right to me.
Still
And
pretty
so
early to go
the
to
burning ember is going to be closed for like probably another 3 hours.
toxic ember.
Or, yes, the toxic ember is probably not even going to like be. Anyone's probably not going to be showing up there until
But the
probably
inn
3.
should still be open. Like, it needs to be able to get
Yeah.
upstairs
Yeah.
with the thing. That's all I care about is getting up there and finding out.
Yeah.
That.
Why don't we go? But like, I know that this is closer, but we should go to the toxic ember first because like the longer they leave it, the more likely it is they'll clean up those papers. Where Gar's probably not going anywhere since she
Gara
lives
doesn't
with.
even know that we exist.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
she lives with her mom and her son, so she's way less likely to like take off in the next like 5 hours.
Yeah,
That's
let's,
fair.
Let's get
Let's take Kevin with us this time, though.
That's a smart plan. Mm-hmm. That is a good idea.
We should definitely go adventuring with a large fat lizard.
Well, I just don't want to piss off everybody in Baker's Alley.
I think it's too late for that.
I think the only reason Hollow gave me coffee this morning is because he doesn't sleep here.
All right, to the toxic ember.
Yeah.
Burlap.
Bringing the alley together.
Burlap, fetch us a carriage. We're going back to the toxic ember.
Okie doke. So he does.
Excellent. And we get there.
Yes. It's. I mean, it's still a lengthy carriage ride all the way from one end of the town to the other. It's a big city.
All right.
I'm sure there are lots of interesting sights between here and there. You see them.
Yep.
Oh, that statue has 3 boobs.
Hot. What?
Oh, yeah, that's one of the ones. See how it's like 200 feet tall? That's one of the ones that'll wake up and defend the city if it's attacked.
I'd love to see that.
Wow, I bet that statue's gonna have a really hard time finding a brazier when it comes to life.
Frantic sketching. Journal. All right.
Stay on topic.
Never.
Is the inn would be open? Like I could literally go inside, open
Yes,
the
and
door, and go inside.
there'll be someone there.
At the front
and-
desk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Hi. Yes. Pardon me. Just going to go visit my friend Nettleton. And we just kind of all burst past and go upstairs.
Yeah.
Great.
Can I just leave like a piece of silver on the desk as we
Sure.
go by?
Great. Cool.
That'll grease that palm a little bit.
It will.
Yeah.
So you get up to the room. The door has been removed from the hinges so they can go off and repair it. The room has been emptied of furniture and there's someone inside painting.
Wait! What happened to all the stuff that was in here?
It was contaminated.
With what?
Weird magic.
Oh no. Who said it was contaminated?
The head carpenter?
Can I go speak to the head carpenter? And did
Okay.
you throw the stuff out?
I don't know. I'm just a painter,
Okay.
but I know your name.
Hi!
Hi, Maura.
Hi, what's your name?
Do I have to tell you? I'm in trouble, aren't I?
You're not, absolutely not in trouble. I just want to know where all of the paperwork went.
I don't know what that means.
All the notes, all the paper, all the stuff that was in here.
I painted over some stuff. Should we scrape off the
No,
Paint?
papers.
Was there like writing?
some?
on the walls.
I mean, mostly just sketches for puppets.
Oh yeah, you can paint over that.
Was
That's
all this-
important.
Was all the stuff gone when you got here to paint?
So they were just moving it out when I got here.
Okay,
I had
where-
to wait till they moved some of it.
Where did
'cause
they move it to?
I think they took some of it to the incinerator and some of it to the carpentry
Where is
shop.
I haul ass downstairs.
Let's to the incinerator.
Yeah. I go to the
I didn't
incinerator.
have to tell them my name. I'm not in trouble.
All right. Run downstairs. Front desk. Where's the incinerator?
Okay, so the long and the short of this
Yes.
is that the papers are burned.
Ah, damn it!
And you take some time and you assure yourselves that you missed that one.
That's a shame.
Crumbs. Is there anything
Yeah.
that we can salvage from the room? Is there anything that hasn't been burnt yet?
I mean, I don't know what else you would learn from it, except that clearly they're accepting that he's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crap.
Yeah, real quick.
That seems awfully fast. I want to go talk to that head carpenter who says that all this stuff was contaminated.
All right.
All right. What's up?
I was just saying if there's anything I could do to put it back together. And I have nothing.
Like there's mending, but
mending does not do
that's
burn
not
stuff.
enough.
Yeah.
Mending doesn't do piles of ash.
Yeah.
Make whole does.
Yeah.
Really?
I do not have
think
make,
so.
make whole.
Okay. Well then. So,
I can make a hole.
Oh, good.
so you go talk to the carpenter. He's got a big hat. He's like,
Hi! How's it going?
you're one of them costume people that comes in the evenings.
Yes, in fact, my very good friend Nettleton, who I actually went to school with, was staying here, and he left abruptly, and when I came to help him clean up his affairs, the very nice person who was painting in there, who didn't tell me his name, but it was very helpful and should not get in trouble for any reason, said that they said that his stuff was contaminated, and I was wondering if you could tell me what's going on with that.
He gave you that information?
Yes, he was very helpful.
Come with me.
Okay.
So the two of them leave.
Good thing we didn't tell him.
No, we go with her. We go with her.
Now there's no way he'll know who it was that we were talking to.
So he takes you to the front desk, where the person is happy to see you again, and not so happy to see the carpenter. And the carpenter says, "This one has questions, many, many questions." And he turns around and he leaves.
Well, the front desk liked me.
Can I help you?
Yes, my dear friend Nettleton, who is staying here. In fact, you may recognize me from his hilarious and well-received performances. Of course, had to leave suddenly last night due to a family emergency, and so I came to help him gather stuff. But when I went up to his room, it was all his stuff was gone, and somebody was saying it was contaminated with magic, and now I'm just wondering why people have gotten rid of all of Nettleton's things.
So the carpenter thinks everything's contaminated with magic, but he's in charge, so we just, as long as he gets stuff cleaned and repaired, we let him do things his way, because he's really good at it.
Just imagine someone like overcooking, like it's like overcooking some soup. And they like burn the bottom of the pan, like it's contaminated with magic.
So you did detect magic. If
Yeah.
things had been contaminated with
That's
magic,
why I thought
you
that was
would know.
weird, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Yes to all of that.
Yeah, good. Because I was a little lost. I'm like, I don't remember the notes being magic at all. They were just
Nope.
scribbles.
They were just scribbles. They were the questions were probably more written more nicely.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you didn't read them.
No.
But what you do when you're preparing for Speak with Dead is you don't have a lot of time. You got to ask your 5 questions, and so you don't want to have to hem and haw and think of the
so
next
you
question.
Prep each question beforehand.
Yeah.
And then you just frantically scribble down the answers.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you think, well, whatever answer I get for question 1, I'm going to need a follow-up question, then either you write out both questions, or more likely you're like, okay, I'll get the follow-up in a 10-day.
Right.
All right. Well,
Right. So they weren't magic,
no,
but they
were
are burnt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Goodbye.
There's no way to get them back magically?
I
So
do
we
not
can
have that ability.
actually contaminate something with magic?
I mean, they were the questions that were asked of whoever's in the box.
Right.
Yeah.
And we don't know how long it was since the Talk with Dead has been used.
That's true.
So
That
we
is the
don't know
most
how-
useful thing that would have been in that paper.
We don't
for you.
know because they were dated,
Right.
but we don't know.
But you can try every morning.
And I'm gonna have to. Yeah.
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 Does it use the spell to try, even if it doesn't work? Like in terms of using the wand, like does it use a charge of the wand?
Oh, that's a good question.
I guess wands recharge every day now.
Yeah,
don't they?
yeah. So it'll work out.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I thought you were asking if it would reset the counter, and it does not.
Right. All right. Well, that's a
So,
bust.
that was a long trek across the city.
Well, let's not go back just yet. Let's see if we can investigate the lady with the scar here before we head all the way back to Baker's Alley.
You could also go for more kebabs.
Yeah, I guess we
probably
could
after
ask the
lunch.
person at the front desk. How long has the backstage manager been working?
Right. What was?
here?
Did we catch her name?
We didn't catch her name. The MC.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
the MC.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Hey, the MC last night. We were
yes.
talking to her. I didn't catch her name. Do you know what her name is?
Yes, Jensen B.
Jensen B. She was super duper helpful when we were here last night. Do you know what time she gets into work? Because I would like to thank her for her troubles.
I don't know. Management usually gets here like mid to late afternoon.
Okay, that's kind of what I figured. Thank you.
How long she worked here?
I don't know. I started a year ago and she was here.
Oh, wow.
She wasn't the MC then. She was just the boss's assistant.
Huh.
Okay. Is that like Haven Sora?
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay. Cool. Thanks.
You guys want to get some lunch
year
and
ago.
kill time?
Yeah. Back to the kebab shop.
I mean, working for Malshax is not a full-time job, right?
I mean, it's been proven to be quite busy already, though.
But you know what I mean. Fits and
Yeah,
starts.
if we count travel time.
You could
It's fair.
you could moonlight.
Are you suggesting I take up a second job, Laura?
I no, unless it's lizard patter.
I have already multi-classed enough as it is. I don't want to become a bard.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
I'm gonna take Kevin for a walk around a local park.
All right. So there are a couple of gnome children who just think he's the most amazing thing they've ever seen.
Okay.
And they have face paint and they're like, can we paint him? Can we paint him? Can we paint him?
Absolutely.
All right. So they, it's finger paint and they let you get in on it and they're trying to do like tiger stripes. And, one of them's like, can we put leopard spots on the tiger stripes? Ooh, okay. And now let's give her big pink eyebrows and, etc.
Are gnome children like
Very small.
edible size for Kevin?
They're probably Kevin size.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cute.
Am I going to discover so that I'm innately good with children while dealing with these gnome children?
I don't think that's a DM question.
Yeah, I think Mora is like, I kind of like dealing with kids while she's taking. Are there any interesting shops around here I could look around?
I mean, this is where the rich people live, so there must be there would be like a nice tailoring shop with some dresses in the window.
We all look like we belong here, though.
Like we're all wearing nice clothes, but maybe not like North Waterdeep nice.
We're sort of traveling clothes. And
yes.
stuff, not.
Yeah, you look like you are dressed similarly to Waterdavians, but you're like a Batiri and an albino dwarf with a rock arm and a Palace's cat tabaxi and a nelf.
So no one is judging us on our clothing, is what you're saying. Just throwing that out there.
Those freaks are definitely dressed nicely. Yeah.
I'm trying to answer your question. Your question was, do we look like we fit in? And the answer is no.
No. Okay.
And you are not remotely the best dressed people in North Ward.
I
Yeah,
would
of course
figure-
not.
No.
Chiltown is where we need to go to fit in.
Yep.
Or we'd probably dressed maybe a little too nicely for Chilltown. But,
So,
Yeah, you're dressed for like average Waterdeep,
right,
and North Ward is nicer than average Waterdeep.
right.
Is there anywhere in Chiltown to get the zombie moonshine?
Absolutely. I mean, the Shrieking Gnat had some.
Oh, okay, cool.
But we asked for the Waterdeep drinks.
Oh yeah, no, I want to try the local.
so mid-afternoon,
Yes.
go back to the Toxic Ember.
Sure.
And let's see if Jinsei?
Jensen.
Jensen B.
Jensen B has shown up. And
What are we even gonna ask her?
I don't know.
the timing doesn't match
Doesn't
up
make sense.
quite right.
Yeah, but like there's been a lot of coincidences here, and we needed to come up here anyhow, so we may as well stay and talk to her. It
Yeah,
just
but
seems
no,
all
but
very
what are we? This is like a convention I'm actually having over kebabs. What
Yeah.
are we asking her?
Okay, how
we
about
try to like Ha ha! Rip off your scar!
I mean, like, what if we try to distract her and, like, Bonton does, like, a little, like, detect magic to see if she's disguising herself or something like that? Or, like, maybe we can see some, like, seams on the scar.
We don't know
like,
what
Sebastian
she's...
have good eyesight, right?
We don't know what she's supposed to look like, so we don't know if she's disguising herself is the problem.
Okay, why don't we just do this? Why don't we just be like, hey, we want to talk to you because we want to talk to you about Nettleton. And then, you know, hey, while we're on the subject of missing persons, we're trying to track down somebody named Nastya for her cousin Alfonso and see if she spits her drink in our face. That's probably going to be a pretty good tell if she's actually Nastya.
And what if she doesn't and she is actually Nastya?
Well, then look for like a subtle twitch of the eyebrow. She'd probably be like, whoa, what the F, is what I'm saying. That's like a pretty big thing to drop on somebody that you know their secret identity.
Alternately, though,
That was a good plan.
it is a very good plan. Let me tell you. Alternately, if we're here on behalf of Malshaxa looking for Nastya, and this is Nastya, and she knows that, somehow figures out that, I don't know, 3 of us are from Chult, and I don't know how she'd figure that out at all, wouldn't she have freaked out a little bit when she noticed that we were there?
She had a job to do, professional responsibilities.
I mean, she was freaked out when you saw her.
Yeah.
She was twisting flower stems and, you know, being all twitchy.
We assumed she was nervous because what's-his-name had left.
Yeah.
And she had to make a bunch of emergency arrangements. But yeah,
but
she
then
wasn't
she was
not
stuck
nervous.
in a room with 3 people who are from Chult, and also Mora, who was in Chult all this time.
Yeah.
And there must be something going on there.
Yeah, I feel like maybe if we go on and talk to her again and she runs away, we'll know it's Nastya.
Of course, if she doesn't come in,
That
then
can't
now
be
what
our
else?
solution to everything.
Law enforcement's really easy in this country.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of people who've just seen us and ran away. So like, I feel like that might be how it goes.
Okay, we'll do something.
Yeah.
Let's go talk to Nastya.
Okay. Yeah, I just,
Jensen.
yeah.
Jensen until proven Nastya.
That's right. Let's go talk to Jensen B.
All right. So,
Who's going to do the talking?
Oh, you seem very good at that.
I am great at it.
Okay.
So you head back, and happily for all of your plans and schemes, Jensen is in a meeting with Haven Sora.
Oh, perfect.
And they're in that room over there. Just knock on the door if you like.
I think we should talk to Jensen by herself.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that mean we just have to wait until she comes out?
Or you could go in there and do your Haven Sora conversation. Because you wanted to have a conversation with her, but she was busy. Like, that wasn't Dale saying you can't have this conversation with Haven Sora. That was Haven Sora saying, you've just dropped a bombshell on me and I need to deal with it.
Perfect.
Right.
All right.
Go
in
have
there,
the
it
second
breaks
half
up
of that conversation.
Yeah, if we go in there, it breaks up this meeting. Haven Sora probably ends up talking with us when we're done as we come out. If Jensen isn't too suspicious, she's still here.
What?
We can corner her and talk to her.
Yeah. Sounds good. Let's do it.
Okay. So, you head in for the meeting, and Haven Sora is there, and she's like, "Oh, welcome. We were just talking about you. Please have a seat."
Really? What were you talking about?
Well, our information is that you are working for Malshaxa. Now, Malshaxa, of course, is an enemy of our sponsor, Chelavar. Do you know
Dande will
Chelavar?
not sit.
Who's Chelavar?
Chelavar is a dragon who is very opposed to the machinations of Malshaxa. Now, our best guess is that she has sent you here looking for Nastya, just like she sent Nastya to look for her predecessor.
Can I look at Jensen and be like, get like a good look at that scar?
And she's like, so clearly you're half confident and you figured this out.
Yeah.
All right, great. So, what I'm hoping, and this is Haven Sora talking, is that you will do the smart thing and you will stop working for Malshaxa and you'll start working for Chelavar, specifically me. Now, before you say, wait a minute, brass dragons are goody-goodies, I can't do anything like that, let me just assure you that he has been very understanding about my poison business. That is still going well. We have a number of enterprises, in fact, that are being extremely successful without any interference from local law enforcement. Just because he's one of the metallic dragons doesn't mean he insists on everything, as long as we're working for his great grand good goals.
What are his great grand good goals?
So, being a good dragon who's like a bazillion years old, he feels that he knows what's best for people in a way that they do not. And so he wants to help people live their best lives.
I mean, I try to live my best life all the time.
Well, great, then I'm sure he doesn't need to interfere with you. But he wants to interfere with a bunch of other people whose lives are not what he feels are their best lives.
Like Malshaxa?
Well, so he doesn't think there's any helping Malshaxa. Malshaxa is really into money. Okay, well, Chelavar is also very, very into money, but in a good way, and Malshaxa's into money in a bad way.
I guess I can see how you could easily screw those two things up.
Right, yeah, very complicated, I'm sure. Point is that it's totally fine for us to be into the money and make it however we want to, as long as we use our money for doing his missions and helping, you know, his greater good. So,
But what is his greater good? Like, what's his grand goal?
I don't care. He occasionally gives us missions and we do them.
Like, stop Samolo Plateau making poison, that kind of thing?
Mess with Malshaxa's agents and their methods of funding themselves. My understanding is the whole poison thing was not Malshaxa's, but since I happen to be in a poison business and they were underselling me, I could justify using his resources to get rid of a competitor that had a better poison for a lower price.
I mean,
Fair.
Which is why I sent you to Chult in the first place.
I thought I was supposed to be rescuing lizards.
See, if you had rescued all of the lizards and they couldn't keep making the poison, that would have taken care of things.
I mean,
we've
more
actually met our dragon. We have no way of knowing if they're actually working for a dragon or not. But we've actually met the dragon we're working for.
Yes.
And whether or not we actually like our dragon or not.
Yeah.
Like, that's something we've never actually decided. We just kind of press ganged into service.
I
haven't we?
would.
I would like not to be beholden to
I don't. I'm not saying this out loud in this company.
No.
But I assume the four of us know that Snack, at least, would rather be working for no dragons.
Yeah.
Yeah, zero dragons is sort of
Our
end
loyalty,
goal.
I think, is mostly based on scared of
On
dragons.
that Malshaxa would probably kill us.
Well,
Yeah.
she did say, so you've killed my apprentice. Are you working for me or am I going to kill you?
Yeah.
Right?
that was essentially the deal.
I mean, she didn't call him an apprentice.
Or
No.
He
assistant
was
servant.
the gopher who got her snacks.
Right. And it was either going to be either you're my agent or you're my snack.
Yeah, saying that.
Perhaps she
both.
called them nibblies.
Yeah.
Anyway, so if you decide that you're working for me, you'll be reporting to Jensen here, who will be giving you your instructions.
So
Why
should
don't
we
you-
call you Jensen or Nastya?
Oh, definitely Jensen. We don't want any word of Nastya getting anywhere.
How is Boral doing anyway?
I never found him.
Yeah, we haven't found him either. No.
Wait, so he didn't start working for you?
No.
Nastya, sorry, Jensen.
I'm asking.
Either one would say no.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Huh.
So Nastya, you just came here on behalf of Malshaxa and then just fell in with another dragon?
Well, so I knew about him because, of course, he's Malshaxa's enemy. And he's one of the reasons I had to flee my old job. She got me out of there and gave me a new assignment because he sometimes has his agents hassle her agents.
We don't know about
Chelavar?
Chelavar.
Yeah, no one told us about Chelavar.
I'd been working for her. I'd only been working for her for like a year or two when I found out about him.
Oh, I guess it's been less for us.
It's been like 2 months.
Is that about right?
I guess we
Longer
don't-
than that,
We don't
but
quite
less
get
than.
the employee handbook until we've
This is
undergone
literally like the
probation
first
period.
job we've done for. So.
So, when I got here and I realized that Haven Sora was under her grandfather's thumb, I suggested that we murder her grandfather, take over the crime family, and dupe the Brass Dragon into sponsoring us. And so far, it's worked great.
It does sound like it's worked great.
Yes, so you should join us and we'll give you lots of money.
And if we were, I don't know why we would at this point because it'd be madness, but if we were to say no,
Well, it would be madness.
Right. So what if, hypothetically, there was a dragon? We'll call her Malshaxa, who would kill us if we stopped working for her. What would you recommend we do in that situation?
Well, what seems to be working pretty well is chucking your old identity and creating a new one. She hasn't figured that one out yet. We've done it once. I can see that you are not completely sold on this. So let me give you a bit of money because money helps grease things. And why don't you come back and give me your decision in a day or two? Of course, I will know if you tell Malshaxa about all this. Snack and Bonton and Donde and Mora.
She saw through your disguise.
we're currently residing at.
Yeah, yes, who
The whole thing.
Yeah, she knows where you're staying. She knows who you are.
Yeah.
So she gives you each 50 gold and says, come see me in a day or two and we'll work out how I can give you more gold while you work for, of course, the side of right and goodness and all that is nice and proper. Because that's what we do.
One more question before we go.
Yes.
If you know so much about us and where we're staying and our movements in the city, do you know what's living in the basement of Prime Dough?
No?
It's been making a hell of a noise.
wait.
It stinks down there.
And if you know so much information about us and where we're going and our movements, are you the one who was telling Nettleton?
No.
Where was he getting his information from?
I think he has a box that gives him information.
Oh no, they threw that out. They burned it with everything else.
Oh, well, then I guess your secrets are safe.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
All right, well, I'll see you in a couple of days.
All right, thanks.
And she's given each of you 50 gold.
Okay.
I've got so much money right now.
Yeah.
And according to my inventory, still 6 glowing mushrooms that we never handed back over to Avernihar.
Oh, he needed those.
Yeah. Well, maybe he's in a box now. He doesn't need them as much.
Okay.
right. So that's that's a very exciting offer. But once we're far, far away,
Get in a carriage, go back to and go to like see Gara, or maybe don't follow that up.
maybe let's not follow that up.
Yeah.
Because they know where we are, and so maybe let's just leave him alone.
Go to the
Unless-
beholder and bucket and have a beer.
Yeah.
Gara's a her.
Oh well, yeah. But like, let's
Gara's
leave. Yeah,
Boral's ex.
yeah, Boral. Let's leave Boral alone because I don't know who Burlap works for. But if he's got crime syndicate connections, then maybe we've already spoiled their location. So maybe let's not follow that up. Just because we don't necessarily. If Boral's just in hiding, we don't want to like.
If it's burlap, then they already know.
Yeah, I suppose. But like, if it's not Burlap, I'm just saying.
The fact is that okay, interesting idea. If Burlap works for a crime syndicate,
Yeah.
specifically this one, let's just say that happens.
Yeah.
They would already know. they'll have that under control, however it is they want to deal with that.
Yeah.
If Burlap does not work the crime syndicate and nobody has eyes on Burlap, then he's our best way to reach out into the world to do things because nobody has eyes on the skeleton for some reason.
Yeah.
Maybe.
They're just trying to ignore the fact that he's a skeleton, I think, so they just let him go about his business.
Yeah, and maybe that's
Nobody wants to deal with the fact that he's a skeleton.
that's how we could
Least of all, Burlap.
reach out. Also, Coral is going to come see us soon enough.
Yeah.
Well,
and
we haven't made arrangements for that yet.
right, but at some point he's probably going to try to follow up on what it is that we're doing, right?
Yeah, you know what my issue with this whole thing is? I'm not necessarily I feel like, I'm not opposed to Chilivar's mission of bringing good into the world, but I like to think that good comes in many forms, and but it almost certainly doesn't come into the form of a crime syndicate that is using Chilivar's goodwill. I think Chilivar is going to find out about that and get real angry at them sooner rather than later. Maybe a 5-year situation. Dragons live a long time, and I don't particularly want to work for somebody who's sort of double-crossing a dragon.
I mean, also, we would be double-crossing a dragon, right?
Yeah, but I don't want to double-cross a dragon. I don't want to double-cross a dragon to go work for somebody who is also double-crossing a different dragon. I don't need 2 dragons mad at me. Right now
That's
I have
fair.
0 dragons mad at me.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe one.
Yeah.
I don't think Chilivar knows who we are yet. We
Also-
can meet a 3rd dragon, though, and I can just piss him off immediately.
If Melchax was really mad at us, she'd have eaten us by now, right?
Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah, I just feel like that's our sponsor's this brass dragon who's thinks he knows what's best for the world and is doing good things. But it seems kind of the way that my mom knows what's best for me and brush your teeth and work hard and build character exercises, which I'm not super keen on.
This is
I appreciate that.
morally muddy is what this is.
Yeah. I appreciate that while Malshax's goals are evil, they're very clear.
Yeah, there is something to be said for
She wants money and power.
Yeah. And it's okay, I get it. I still don't understand about Chilivar, and they were being kind of cagey about him.
I don't think they care what Chilivar wants.
Well, they said
because-
that as much. They said that in as many words.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just using Chilivar as a source of income or whatever,
Yeah, that
If you're
sounds
going
very
to change
dangerous.
your identity, why keep the same scar?
which is fake.
That confuses
Oh.
me too.
Because she had the fake scar before she dropped her identity. That's
yeah,
weird.
But that was probably, they saw her putting a scar on her face. It's not part of her. It's not part of the profile we were given that she had a scar on her face.
Oh.
Correct.
So the idea is that she was going around without the scar on her face, and then she started to adopt it when she was
Right,
when
because
she was
it's more
acting as
than
Jensen.
because it's more than a right. Because she
Right,
didn't just
okay.
disappear and then appear over there.
Yeah.
She was doing both for a while.
Yeah,
Right. Okay. Right.
Oh, and now she's committed to the scar.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because someone busted her, the
Put
old
yeah.
identity's burned.
Someone
Yeah.
busted putting the scar on, so she's like, "Well, Nastya's dead." Right. Okay.
I will say that disappearing for us is going to be a lot harder than it was for her. It's going to take. It's like,
Give me a
oh
scar.
no, that's just a palace cat with a scar. It's a totally different thing.
Yeah. It's like, hey, wait a minute. Are you dig through the fur? No, this guy has a scar.
So
I think we should follow up about Boral.
Yeah.
it's another thread we can pull on, and maybe something tugs loose.
Yeah.
Maybe that introduces a new element into the game.
Because if Nastya never found Boral, I mean, we don't know how long she was actually looking for him. Because it sounds like she'd been working at the Ember for.
I mean,
A year.
if she the thing is, she might not have been looking all that hard because that was something that Malshaxa asked her to do, and she didn't give a shit.
How much
And she
downtime
didn't
was
give
there?
a poop.
Boral stopped.
Sorry, wizards.
Boral stopped reporting 2 years ago.
Yes.
How long after that did Nastya take over?
The 2 years ago is hey, we haven't seen Boral. Let's send Nastya and Coral to go to Waterdeep and find out what's going on.
Okay, yeah, because he hadn't 2 years ago he had not reported in some time.
Right. So,
So
2 years ago,
they sent Nastya.
right.
Okay,
I hope
and
Boral is
6
working
months
for.
ago, she stopped being in contact.
But she's been working at the Ember for over a year.
Yes.
So yeah, she was playing both sides for a while.
Yeah, but she still never found Boral.
No.
No, I mean she might have started working at the Ember legitimately,
We also
or legitimately for Malshaxa.
also given the fact that Jensen Nastya deciding to work for Chilivar that could be a ruse.
Yeah, she could be like super deep underground working for Malshaxa.
Triple cross.
The coach is slowing down.
I was just saying, boy, it's a good thing this is such a long coach ride. We've been having a great talk.
And you are not anywhere you expected to be. And Burlap kind of sticks his head in sideways, and he's having to kind of hold his burlap sack in place. And he's like, "Hey, there's a guy in an alleyway trying to be real subtle and signal us. Should I ignore him?"
What does he look like?
I don't know. Some elf. Looks dirty. We can just carry on.
No.
But he looks at Mara. Do you know any dirty elves?
I mean, I know a lot of elves.
If he was being that blatantly subtle, then we'd probably go talk to him.
Okay. Well, so the coach stops.
Okay. Yeah, let's
Is there...
I poke my head out the window and try to see this guy.
Where are we in relation to
this alley or
like back home? Like, are we still in north?
You're just entering South Ward.
Okay.
I don't want to walk right into the alley where this person is if there's people watching us. Is it a fairly dead street, or is it...
I mean, anything that's got a coach on it is going to be a fairly main thoroughfare, because it's not one of the little alley side places where it's pedestrian only.
Can we cut in through a store or whatever and get into the back alley through an alternate way so we can talk to this guy?
Yeah, I mean, you can see a guy, he's got a hood way up, and he's like,
This isn't Murmur, is it?
over here.
No. Murmur's not an elf.
So you guys...
We're
We'll
gonna
go over there.
we're gonna make our way over to him and try and not to attract any attention in the process.
I hope Boral's working for yet a third.
I mean, presumably, if he was making enough that a coach going by saw him, he wasn't being like super subtle about it.
Yeah, he stepped out of the alley and waved at Burlap and stepped back into the alley.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna walk into the
Yeah.
alley.
Let's
Okay.
go and talk.
You guys walk into the alley. And he
Can
throws...
I leave Kevin with Burlap in the coach?
I thought Burlap got out of the coach with us.
Okay, come on, Kevin. Kevin,
better.
this could be dangerous. My little precious poopy woo woo woo.
It's always a great idea to take a big fat Melfanda lizard adventuring, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe he just doesn't like burlap. Sorry.
No, it's because he loves me.
So, Nettleton throws his hood back.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Mora, you've got to help me. They are going to kill me. You are the only one who can save me. I know you can do this. You are the greatest. I'm so happy you're here. I'm so happy to see you. Please, please, please save my life. There's a lot of stuff going on. There are criminal gangs. There are bad things, and you could be in danger, and you should know about all of the things that could put you in danger. Please, Mora, you're so wonderful. You're the most amazing person that I know.
I know.
But
I know.
they're
I know.
gonna
Shh.
kill me. Shh, they're gonna kill me. Shh.
Nettleton. One, my last name is not Nihar. That is my stepdad's name.
But
Two, come into our coach. Let's get out of this alley.
Yeah.
but your mom made such a big stink about how that was not her name and no one was to call her Nihar. I thought if she didn't, then you would.
What?
So your
reverse
mom
psychology.
doesn't want to be called Nihar.
No! She worked hard to get her own name.
Right. And you always do the opposite of your mom.
Yeah, but like, have you met Avu Nihar? Like,
Yes, I have.
Really? When?
How else
A few months ago when they got back from
their
Chult.
honeymoon.
They were in Chult for a bit, and then they came back to Loudwater. And I heard all about all sorts of things. Anyway, I have to tell you a lot of stuff.
Okay.
It's super important, but the bad news is I can't tell it to you right now. Because this stream of Dice Friends just ended. Thank you for watching. This
did
has
you know?
been session 3 of Dragon's Orders. Please join us in a week.